Beloved, I did not bring you this far just to leave you here. Do you hear me? This place you're standing in, this waiting, this confusion, this wait you can't even name is not your ending. It is a pause between my promise and my performance. You are not stranded. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Everything around you may feel like it's caving in, like the ground beneath your feet is shifting and unstable. But I am still the rock beneath every uncertain moment. I'm not pacing back and forth wondering how to help you. I'm already working inside the battle you haven't even spoken aloud. That mountain you're facing, I already measured it, and it bows to me. You've been staring at it like it owns your future. You've cried nights asking why I haven't moved it yet. But child, that mountain was never meant to be your master. It was meant to be your marker, your reminder that even the tallest resistance must kneel before my name. It's not there to crush you, it's there to reveal what I'm about to resurrect inside you. Every fear you've fed, every voice that told you you'll never make it, every whisper that said this is too much, they don't know what I've placed inside you, but I do. And I won't let this break you. I'm using this to remake you. That storm you fear, I already rebuked it. You only hear the thunder because you're still listening through fear. But in the realm of my authority, the storm has already bowed. The winds are only loud to your ears because you've forgotten who commands the sky. But I haven't forgotten. I haven't changed. And I haven't stepped away for a single second. I'm closer than the air in your lungs. I'm deeper than the ache in your heart. The storm that tries to scare you is standing on my leash. It can roar, but it cannot roar. I've already silenced what you haven't seen yet. I've already brought peace into what looks like chaos. You see impossible. I see a stage for my glory. The very thing you think disqualifies you, the delay, the heartbreak, the unanswered prayers is the canvas I'm using to unveil my brilliance. Your limitations don't intimidate me, they excite me, because they are the exact places I get to shine through you. You say, Lord, I'm not enough. I say, perfect, now watch what I can do. When you finally lay down your desperate need to prove yourself, I can step in and prove who I am. You were never meant to carry the weight of outcomes. You were meant to walk with me and trust that I'm handling what you can't see. The impossible is my specialty. The unfixable is my invitation. I don't need conditions to be perfect, I need your heart to be surrendered. Your weakness doesn't repel me, it invites me. Every tear you've tried to hide, every flaw you've tried to patch up, every scar you hoped no one would notice, I saw it all. And I still chose you. I'm not looking for polished strength. I'm looking for raw surrender. I'm drawn to the places where you feel the most empty, because that's where I pour the most power. I never needed you to be flawless, only faithful. And faith isn't about always feeling strong. It's about staying with me when you feel broken. Don't confuse vulnerability with failure. Don't confuse your collapse with abandonment. I am the God who draws near to the crushed, who rescues the drowning, who lifts up the bent and breathes into dry bones. If you knew how I hovered over your pain, you'd never question my nearness again. Let me fight for you. You've spent so long trying to fix it all with your own hands. You've worn yourself out battling ghosts from your past and lies from your future. But I never asked you to fight alone. I asked you to trust me. That battle that's kept you up at night, I've already stepped into it. You just haven't seen the victory yet, but it's coming. Not because you've been strong, but because I've always been faithful. I'm not on the sidelines cheering you on. I'm in the ring taking the hits for you. Let me be your defender. Let me carry what's been crushing you. Let me shield you while you rest. Let me speak peace over the war within. You've been shouting in silence, wrestling with questions you've never voiced aloud. Your mind is tired. Your heart feels torn. You've started to wonder if peace is even real anymore. But listen to me, I am is still the Prince of Peace. And when I speak, storms stop. Not just on the outside, but inside you. I'm not giving you a temporary fix, I'm giving you myself. My peace doesn't just cover you, it fills you. It rewires the noise in your mind and breathes calm into your nervous system. That inner war is not allowed for me to hush. Let me in. Let me whisper in places where the enemy has screamed for too long. The weight you've been carrying isn't yours to hold. You picked it up because you thought no one else would. You carried it because you believed you had to. But child, I never gave you that burden. You mistook my silence for permission. But what I wanted was surrender. I'm not asking you to be everything for everyone. I'm asking you to let me be everything for you. You weren't built to carry the pressure of outcomes, the pain of others, the performance of perfection. Lay it down. Lay it all down. Your soul is weary not because you're weak, but because you've been holding what only I was meant to bear. I am your strength. I am your shield. I am your deliverer. You don't have to muster up courage you don't feel. You don't have to fake faith when you're barely hanging on. I am not dependent on your performance. I am drawn by your honesty. When you whisper, Lord, I can't do this, I respond, then let me. I don't offer bandages, I offer breakthrough. I don't offer escape, I offer elevation. I don't just protect you, I prepare you. When I call myself your deliverer, I don't mean I'll take you out of every fire. I mean I'll walk through the flames with you and bring you out unburned. What tried to destroy you will become the very proof that I was with you. You're not losing, you're learning. Don't judge this season by what hasn't happened. Don't label it a failure because you haven't seen results. I'm doing more in the delay than you'll ever see in the spotlight. I'm teaching you how to hear me, how to trust me, how to discern the whispers beneath the noise. You think you're falling behind. I say you're falling into purpose. Every seeming setback is a setup. Every detour is a lesson in disguise. I'm not punishing you, I'm preparing you to carry the weight of the promise. I'm refining your discernment, deepening your roots, anchoring your soul not for survival, but for stewardship. You're not stuck. You're being positioned, even when you can't see it. I'm rearranging the pieces. You're not trapped, you're being strategically placed for the next part of the story I'm writing. I don't make mistakes. I don't waste moments. And I certainly don't pause without purpose. You thought the doors were closing on you, but I'm actually closing them for you, because they were beneath what I've planned. You thought you were being overlooked, but I was hiding you. I was setting the scene, orchestrating the unseen, positioning you for a reveal you couldn't have orchestrated on your own. And your best days haven't passed, they're being prepared. Don't believe the lie that it's too late. Don't settle for the echo that says your time has run out. I hold time, I redeem time, and I restore what was lost in time. What you thought was the ending was me turning the page. And what's coming, what I've reserved for you, will make you forget the sorrow it took to get here. The stage is being built, the pieces are being set, and when I unveil it, it will make sense why you had to wait. It will be more than restoration, it will be redemption. And this, child, is only the beginning of what I have to show you. You're still here, child, not because you've been lucky, and not because life has spared you from the storm, but because I've held you through waves you didn't think you'd survive. You questioned why I didn't stop the winds, but what you couldn't see was how I held your soul steady. When everything else tried to pull you under, I saw the nights your tears stained the pillow, the mornings you forced yourself to rise, the moments you gave love while carrying pain. Don't you know, every silent cry was sacred to me. Every ache was heard, and none of it was wasted. Not one moment, not one wound. I brought you this far, not to leave you exhausted in the middle, but to awaken something glorious in the very place you felt most undone. Yes, that mountain still looks tall, and the voices of fear still echo from its cliffs, but I already measured its height, and I also measured your capacity in me. That mountain isn't standing in your way, it's standing in the way of what's trying to stop you. And child, I already declared victory before you even started climbing. The mountain is not your enemy, it's your encounter. It's where you'll learn how to walk not by sight, but by every word I've spoken over you, even the ones you forgot I said. You keep asking me to remove it, but what if I told you that mountain is the very place where you'll discover who I really am? You've known me as savior, as provider, as comforter, but now, I want to show you myself as a God who breaks through every impossibility. That storm you fear, I've already rebuked it, but not in the way you expected. You were waiting for the winds to cease. I was waiting for you to realize they can't shake the one who walks with me. The wind was loud, yes, but it was hollow. It could never touch what I sealed. It could never drown what I designed to breathe beneath the waves. You hear thunder, but I'm speaking beneath it. That impossible situation you're staring at right now, it's not a wall, it's a window. And when I say stage for my glory, I don't mean a temporary breakthrough or a fleeting miracle. I mean I'm about to reveal myself in such a way that you'll weep not because of fear, but because of holy awe. I want to do something in your life that makes no sense on paper, something no human could orchestrate, something so stunning, the only explanation left will be only God. And that is why the opposition has been so relentless. Because glory is coming, child. If the enemy could, he would have crushed you by now. But every attack that tried to destroy you only made you lean deeper into me. He didn't win. He triggered a deeper level of surrender. He didn't silence you. He pushed you closer to my voice. And that's why I allowed it, not because I wanted to see you struggle, but because I wanted to burn away everything that isn't eternal. I want you rooted in me, not in applause, not in outcomes, not in timelines, but in me alone. Because once you're rooted in me, nothing can move you, not delay, not failure, not even loss. Let me speak to that inner war still raging in your chest, that voice saying, you're behind. Silence it. That fear whispering, you'll never get it right. Expose it. That shame screaming, you're too broken. I rebuke it. I don't speak in shame. I don't operate in fear. I don't lead with anxiety. I am not calling you to earn my love, I'm calling you to remember it. I'm not waiting for you to get it all together. I'm inviting you to lay it all down. The healing you crave doesn't begin with striving. It begins with surrender. And I am here, right now, with arms wide open, not asking for your strength but your honesty. I want the parts of you you've tried to hide, the questions that scare you, the bitterness you've buried, the doubts that make you feel unspiritual. Bring it all. I don't need perfection. I need presence. Your presence. With me. That's where transformation begins, not with fixing everything, but by being with the one who already holds everything. Let me teach you how to breathe again in the middle of the storm. Let me slow the racing thoughts. Let me pour peace where your nervous system is frayed and trembling. I'm not overwhelmed by your anxiety. I step into it and speak stillness. And I'm not just your deliverer from trouble, I'm your companion in it. You don't have to wait until everything is better to feel joy. I am joy. You don't need the whole picture to walk forward. I am the light for your next step. You don't need clarity to keep moving. You need closeness. With me, you thought your strength would come from answers, but your true power is going to come from abiding, staying near, staying soft, staying open. Even when you don't understand, that's the soil where your miracle is being planted. That's the pasture where I do my most holy work. So don't mislabel this season as stuck. You're not stuck. You're being positioned. I am rearranging the very atmosphere around your life. What looks like pause is actually precision. I am synchronizing moments, voices, connections, timings, aligning them to collide at the right hour. I know how to bring you what you need without you chasing it. I know how to resurrect what you thought was buried. I know how to open doors without you having to knock frantically. But I need you still enough to hear me. Still enough to follow even when the road makes no sense. You think your best days are memories. I call them blueprints. Because what's coming isn't a return to what was. It's the birth of what never was before. I am doing something new. Not recycled. Not repeated. New. It's forming beneath the surface right now. You haven't missed it. You're being readied for it. You're not late. You're not behind. You're being timed by heaven's calendar. And when I say prepared, I mean a masterpiece is about to unfold that will leave you speechless. I've seen every moment that tried to convince you otherwise. I've felt every drop of sorrow that made you question your worth. But I've also held every plan I've written with your name on it, and I haven't let go of a single one. So walk with me a little longer, lean in when it feels silent, trust when it feels backwards, surrender when it feels heavy. I'm not done speaking, I'm just getting started revealing what I've already spoken. And what's coming, beloved, it's going to make every waiting moment worth it. You're still standing, beloved, and that alone is a miracle. You've walked through fires that others didn't even see. You've bled in silence, smiled through pain, carried more than your soul could bear. And yet, here you are, breathing, listening, holding on with trembling hands. Do you realize how much grace it takes to still be here after all you've faced? That wasn't your willpower. That was my hand. That was my mercy surrounding you when you thought you were too far gone. You didn't hold yourself together, I held you. When you had nothing left to give, I gave you breath. When your voice was gone, I spoke over your silence. When you couldn't pray, I still leaned in close. Child, I've been closer to you than your shadow. I've hovered over your brokenness like a shelter in a war zone. You never had to earn my protection. You never had to qualify for my presence. I was with you in the night where your thoughts felt like prison bars. I was with you in the days where you showed up for others, who were quietly collapsing inside. I was with you when no one else saw the toll. And I am still here unchanged, unmoved, unwavering. I don't leave when it gets heavy. I don't disappear when the path grows dark. In fact, darkness is where I shine brightest. That's why you keep finding flickers of hope, even when everything seems lost. It's me. I am the light still flickering in your deepest valley. I did not bring you through those valleys to leave you at a dead end. I brought you through to take you higher. That mountain, that struggle, that thing that keeps standing in your way, don't look at it as your enemy. Look at it as a gate. It only looks massive because your next season is too important to enter casually. I've placed guardians at the threshold of your breakthrough, not to block you, but to prepare you. Because what I'm taking you into requires a deeper version of your faith. It demands a fiercer fire in your bones. The blessing I'm building for you isn't small. That's why the pressure has been enormous. And the deeper the pressure, the more powerful the promise. You're being refined, not ruined. When gold is purified, it isn't destroyed by fire, it's defined by it. And so are you. This storm you've walked through, it didn't erase you. It exposed the pure things I planted in you long ago. Your calling, your capacity, your courage. You thought the wind was stripping you. It was revealing you. Now you're standing without the crutches, without the masks, without the weight of pretending. This is where real transformation begins. Not when everything is perfect, but when you finally see who you are without the performance. Let me remind you who that is. You are chosen. Even when you feel overlooked, you are held. Even when everything feels like it's falling apart, you are anointed. Even when you feel awkward, inadequate, or unqualified, you are not an afterthought. I handcrafted you for a specific moment in time, and that moment is now unfolding. The things you thought disqualified you are the exact things I will use to amplify my power through you. Your brokenness, I call it beautiful. Your weakness, I call it space for my strength. Your tear, I call the more ill for your next assignment. But you must let go of the belief that I've left you. I see how you're silently wondering if I've turned my back. I see how you keep trying to silence the lie that says, maybe he's forgotten me. But child, I engraved your name on my hands. I couldn't forget you if I tried. You are not lost in the crowd. You are not background noise in heaven. You are the heartbeat of my love. And I am fiercely intentional about every detail of your journey. I've been behind the scenes, rebuilding what was broken behind your back. I've been lining up divine appointments that you haven't even stepped into yet. I've been orchestrating redemptions so grand that even your enemies will have to admit God did this or shine. You want me to open the door now, but I'm still fortifying the ground beneath your feet. I'm not withholding, I'm strengthening. Because when I open that door, I don't want you barely surviving, I want you soaring. I want your identity rooted so deeply in me that no platform, no person, no pressure can shake it. I want you to carry the promise, not chase it. And that takes time, that takes trust, that takes the willingness to stay in the process. When everything in you wants to escape it, you're not being punished, you're being trusted. I know that's hard to believe, but I don't entrust fires to those I don't plan to crown with glory. I don't allow deep breaking unless I'm preparing deep building. And that's exactly what I'm doing with you. Every piece of your pain, you're becoming a brick in the palace of purpose I'm building. You don't see it yet, but you will. Soon. And when you do, it will all make sense. Not just the joy but the pain too. You'll see how the fire made room for me. You'll see how the closed doors were divine roots. You'll see how what almost broke you, built you. Your best days haven't passed. They've only just begun to awaken. And no, that's not a poetic exaggeration. It's a prophetic declaration. The enemy wants you to believe it's too late. But child, how can it be too late for the one who holds time? I don't rush greatness. I reveal it in the fullness of time. And you are on the brink not of collapse, but of becoming. The delay wasn't denial. The silence wasn't absence. The resistance wasn't punishment. It was a holy preparation, a sacred pause, a divine sharpening. Because what I'm about to release in your life requires a different version of you, a freer, bolder, more rooted you. So stay close to me. Don't walk ahead. Don't lag behind. Just stay beside me. Because the next step is coming, and it's more beautiful than you imagined. You've walked through shadows, beloved, but I've never stopped seeing you as light. The world tried to dim your fire. Life tried to convince you that playing small was safer. But I never called you to be hidden by fear. I called you to rise with fire in your bones and destiny in your hands. You've questioned your worth because others couldn't recognize it. But I place value in you that doesn't shrink when misunderstood. You are not here by accident. You were born for impact. And the resistance you've faced lately, it's not a sign that you're going the wrong way. It's confirmation that you're headed straight into the fulfillment of what I've spoken over you. That mountain ahead is not bigger than the promise within you. You think you're not ready, but I've been preparing you in places no one else could see. In the tears, in the silence, in the tension between hope and heartbreak. I've been forming steel in your spirit while you've only seen weakness in your flesh. And now, the very things that once intimidated, you will become the territory. You're walking with authority. This isn't just a climb, it's a coronation. You're not scaling an obstacle. You're stepping into a promise that's been calling your name for longer than you know. I already measured the storm you feared. It's smaller than your purpose. I never minimized your pain, but I always knew it wouldn't overpower you. The storm didn't come to destroy you. It came to expose how deeply anchored you are in me. You withstood waves that would have wrecked others. You kept breathing even when your heart was heavy with questions. You stayed when it would have been easier to run. And that, my beloved, is victory. Quiet, raw, uncelebrated victory, but victory still. The kind of victory that makes hell tremble because it knows what I can do with a soul that doesn't give up. You see failure, I see foundation. Those moments you thought disqualified you, they didn't disqualify you. They deepened you. Every time you fell and got back up, something holy happened in you. Every time you doubted, but still whispered my name, the roots went deeper. You think you've been circling the same wilderness, but I've been watching you grow stronger with every step. You're not stuck, you're gathering strength for the push that's coming next. Don't you see it? I've been weaving purpose into your pain. I've been turning the ashes into oil. And soon, the very story that almost ended, you will be the one that ignites others into healing. Your weakness still draws me near. I'm not tired of you. I'm not annoyed by your fears. I'm not surprised by your struggles. I am still drawn to you, not the curated version, not the brave face, not the spiritual mask, the raw, unfiltered, weary version of you. That's the you I want. That's the you I sit with when no one else understands. That's the you I cover in My peace when you collapse under pressure you never asked for. I don't wait for you to be okay before I show up. I show up in the middle of the mess and call it holy ground. So let me fight for you. Again, you don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to hold the future in your trembling hands. You don't have to have the answers to move forward. All you have to do is say yes again. Yes to my presence. Yes to my pace. Yes to my promises, even the ones you've stopped hoping for. I'm not asking you to climb in your own strength. I'm asking you to follow as I lead. The battle has already shifted. I'm sending reinforcements you didn't know were coming. I'm commanding breakthroughs behind the scenes. I'm restoring what the enemy thought he'd buried. Because this season isn't about surviving. It's about stepping into authority. I've called you more than a conqueror, not because you'll never feel weak, but because I've given you access to victory that doesn't depend on your mood, your momentum, or your mistakes. You've been equipped with something far greater than confidence. You've been filled with the Spirit of the living God. And that means no lie can imprison you. No fear can hold you hostage. No failure can cancel what I've ordained. You're not just walking through this, you're reclaiming territory. You're breaking generational chains. You're rising with power, even when you feel unqualified. And still, your best days are not behind you, they are forming in the silence. The silence doesn't mean I've withdrawn. It means I'm working with sacred intention. I'm preparing a table before you. I'm filling your cup in secret, so it can overflow in public. I'm planting seeds in this hidden place that will bear fruit no man can take credit for. And when it blooms, child, it will silence every voice that ever told you you missed it. You messed it up. You lost your moment. No, this is your moment. And it's right on time. Stay close. Stay present. Don't rush out of this moment. I'm still speaking. And what I will reveal next will awaken a fire you thought was gone forever. Beloved, the fire you thought had faded, I never let it die. Even in your coldest seasons, I kept the embers alive beneath the ashes. You felt like you lost your passion, your clarity, your voice. But what was really happening was a holy preservation. I was sheltering your purpose from premature exposure. I was protecting your flame from winds that would have snuffed it out too soon. You thought your delay meant disqualification, but I was guarding something sacred, something too precious to release before its time. And now listen closely, I am stirring those embers again. You can feel it, can't you? The holy unrest. The sense that something is shifting beneath the surface. Even if you don't have the words for it yet. That's me, awakening what I planted. Reigniting what once made you weep in my presence. Calling you out of survival and into sacred boldness. You've walked long enough in uncertainty, it's time to walk in authority. You've tiptoed through your calling afraid of failure. Now it's time to step into it knowing I go before you. This next part of your journey is not about striving, it's about surrender. I'm not asking for your hustle, I'm asking for your heart. Not for your perfection, but your posture. Not for your flawless performance, but your yielded yes. I will do in moments what years of effort could not accomplish. I will open doors you didn't even knock on. I will align divine appointments without you striving to be seen. But I need you still enough to hear me. Still enough to follow, even when the way forward doesn't make human sense. Because the path I've carved out for you wasn't designed to be understood by the world. It was designed to reveal my glory. You are not walking into just another chapter. You are walking into prophecy fulfilled. That mountain you're still staring at, you don't have to climb it with fear in your eyes. You don't need to question your strength anymore. The climb will not break you, it will bless you. The struggle will not drown you, it will crown you. Because you are not climbing alone. I'm right here, with every step. I am steadying your breath, clearing the fog, and whispering reminders of what I told you long ago before the heartbreak, before the betrayal, before the fear crept in. You are still the one I chose. I didn't change my mind. I didn't replace you. I didn't regret calling you. I don't look at your delays and shake my head. I look at your story and see a canvas for redemption, a masterpiece in progress. a vessel that has been tested, broken, and rebuilt by mercy. I see depth in you now, depth you didn't have before the wilderness. Depth I allowed, because shallow faith cannot carry a deep calling, and your calling is deeper than what you've imagined. I'm not asking you to pretend to be ready. I'm asking you to trust that I am. You don't need the whole blueprint. You need obedience. And I will honor every single yes that you've whispered through tears. Every time you said, Lord, I don't understand, but I'll stay with you, I wrote it down. Every hidden obedience has weight in my kingdom. Every private surrender is building public miracles. You don't need to prove yourself, I will do the proving. Your job is to keep showing up. Keep listening. Keep yielding. I will handle the visibility. I will handle the timing. I will handle the vindication. You haven't missed it. You've been molded for it. And child, what I'm about to do next, it's not going to look like anything you've seen before. The patterns won't match your past. The route won't resemble what worked for others. Because I'm not replicating, I'm creating. I'm doing a new thing in you. And it will not come through comparison, compromise, or conventional means. It will come through intimacy, through stillness, through obedience even when logic screams no. I'm about to write a testimony that will make even your doubting seasons fall to their knees in awe. So don't retreat now. Don't shrink back. Yes, the pressure has increased, but so has the promise. You're closer than you've ever been. Not just to a breakthrough, but to becoming everything I dreamed when I formed